What up, Zaarly Nation? I'll be as quick as possible because, quite frankly, my furnace is going to start up again in a second, and I have a really old house and a really loud furnace. Quick introduction. I know that but my name is Jordan Skoll. I'm friends with Eric Jorgensen, Chelsea, and Jessica. So they're all my close friends, and that's how I first learned about Zaarly, because Eric went to South by Southwest and he met Bo and he said, "You got to hear about this idea, man. This is the future. It's like eBay on crack," I think was his actual words. And it kind of is, only it's more like eBay upside down on crack. About me, I own a boutique digital agency here in metropolitan Detroit. I care very much about Detroit and its renaissance and resurgence, specifically the startup scene, and working with fellow entrepreneurs here in the area. How I use Zaarly right now is because I care about the local community. What I like to do is I like to outsource my work. We're not really at the point yet where we're ready to hire somebody full time, but we are at the point where we want to outsource some of our work, and the only solutions we have for that really is something like elance.com. Elance is great. We got our British PBX lady because we wanted somebody European sounding.
Thank you for calling Robot Couture.
I want to work with people in the area. I want local to be a formula in how I choose people. Zaarly lets me do that, so I can post a Zaarly for, you know, help me do some Final Cut Pro editing or, you know, whatever. Or maybe if I want some fresh perspective, outsource some graphic design, digital work, I can do it that way. And you know, Zaarly really helps me with that. Where I'm really excited about where Zaarly is going is because the economist in me, when I started this manufacturing company, it didn't do so good. But one of the things that was a huge problem for me was trying to figure out that demand curve. And I mean, demand curves just don't really exist. Nobody talks about that. You know, if you're General Motors, you've been in business for a long time, you can take a look at your year in, year out, and you can create marketing incentives and adjust it. But before you actually get out there into the world and start testing stuff, there's not really a demand curve available. There's some marketing data, but it's really expensive. Which is why I think Zaarly is so fascinating, is because I'm assuming that you guys are keeping track of all that data. This is what I will pay for this. I mean, that's demand at its purest form. This is what I want, and this is what I'm going to pay for. I could Zaarly something that isn't even available yet. I would pay this for somebody to come up with this. This is what I would want to buy. And if it gets to that point where people are saying, you know, why isn't, you know, everybody said somebody should invent something that does this, brushes my teeth for me in the morning or whatever. If Zaarly gets to that point, I mean, it's going to be just a really, really fascinating amount of data. And for those people that are going to analyze that data and take a look at it, economic development professionals, whatever, economists, I mean, it's really going to be a changing landscape, and that's where, you know, Zaarly, you guys say, buyer-powered market. I mean, this is pretty revolutionary. With the local, with everything, I mean, it's at its purest form. Being able to say, I want to buy this, and I want it to be, well, so anyway, just wanted to say thanks for having me in this group. I think it's an awesome place to keep in touch with everything that's going on with Zaarly. And if you guys need anything at all, I tell everyone I know about Zaarly. Man, I want a pizza, but I'm too lazy to go get it. Zaarly that. Oh man, I want a turkey sandwich, but I'm too lazy to go get that. Zaarly that. Oh man, I really have a lot of Final Cut Pro work to do, and I don't want to do it ever. Zaarly that. Hey, it's Friday and I can't get home because I had too many at the bar and there's no more cabs. Zaarly that. So anyways, thanks for having me. If you guys need anything, if anybody's in the area, you know, and you need a place to sleep or whatever you guys need, just let me know and we're here to help. But you should probably put it on Zaarly first.